Beautiful namaste, yogis. Here we are at the grassy knoll. I've been here all morning, sort of messing around with my field recorder that seems to be popping in and out of working condition. The mantra, therefore, this morning has continually been, is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Which echoes in many ways what many of us feel about yoga. Is my yoga practice working, and how do you know if it is? If yoga is about quieting the mind, it's about loosening the tight spots, if it's about breaking the bonds of suffering, these are themes we talk about all the time. The real yoga is taking place not so much here on the mat, but in your life. Yet, back to the mat we come. Now, each and every time we come back to the mat, we have an opportunity to see things differently and to clear the channels so that ultimately, coming off the mat, we can live in a more authentic and kind way. All right, let's start on our backs this morning. All right, I'm gonna check and see if it's working. Hold on. All right, yay, still working. Let's roll down, yogis. Come all the way into your back and hug the knees into the chest. Wobble a little side to side. We're gonna get into the hips. Drop the feet down to the earth. Now widen the feet, you toe heel out, about outer hips width apart or out to the edges of your mat. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, reach the arms up over your head to give room for the path of the heart. If your arms don't feel comfortable here, bend your elbows a little bit and give your shoulders a bit of a break. Inhale, keep the knees exactly as they are. Exhale, keeping the feet on the earth. Just let the knees rock over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees over to the right. Nice and slow. Inhale, gracefully back to center. Exhale, let the knees come over to the left. Continue a handful of rounds like this, allowing the movement of your breath to be tethered to the movement of your body, syncing the two as a practice to quiet the mind. You might also know it feels quite nice on the low back and is very soothing for the kidneys, said to hold our fear, and the adrenals that sit on top of the kidneys. Just giving them a little bit of a massage here. Yes, knees back to center, right knee into the chest. Interlace the finger with a webbing to webbing grip. Pull the right knee in. Roll your shoulders back and down. Draw the elbows in, straighten out through your left leg on the ground and flex the left foot. Breathe here, feeling that right hip bone and the left hip bone meeting each other. Sometimes that right hip bone wants to hike up slightly. You can't see it, but you can with your breath, attention, and awareness that's a little more subtle than what the eyes can see. Good, release the arms out wide and then take it for a circle in one direction. Big hip opening, knee circles here. Roll it in the opposite direction and allow this beautiful earth to support deeper expansion within, particularly that right hip. All right, come back to center and now put the sole of the foot up towards the sky and spread the toes nice and wide. Admire your foot. What's precious in life is precious in life. Breathe in here at your precious right foot. Good, bend the left knee. We're gonna deepen into that right hip again. Bend the right knee, right ankle, top of left thigh. Draw that right knee towards the front of your mat. And then as you're ready, any amount, you'll draw that left thigh in. Curl up to meet the stretch. Like lift the heart, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, maybe on top of your shin. Pull the legs in a little bit deeper, and then softly let the heart land back onto the earth, supporting the lungs and your low back and that deep stretch in the hip, not to mention the back of the heart. When the back of the heart softens, the front of the heart can't help but to bloom. You might wobble a little side to side to get in there a little deeper. Good. Back to center, and this time, let's release the arms out wide once again. Left sole of the foot down, cross the right knee over the left. Those of the more bendy type may roll that right foot under the left calf, and then let all that contraption roll to the left for a deep twist. Often that right shoulder will come up off the earth. Let the right shoulder get heavy, and you might send the gaze over that right hand and breathe into where you feel it. This is a big, deep twist. Brings up a lot of tight spots on the inside. You might find that question, is it working? Is the yoga working? And if you're seeing aspects of yourself and you're moving and breathing and transforming those tight spots, yes, the yoga is working. Even if you just sit here and take a moment to breathe and enjoy, the yoga is working. All right, yogis, inhale, knees back to center. Straighten out your right leg, up to the sky. Straighten out the left leg, up to the sky. Ankle circles here, letting the bones of the toes feel long. Both directions. Come to reverse tabletop, meaning the heels in line with your knees, knees in line with your hips. But you're on the earth. Hips in line with shoulder, head right on top of the heart. Now feel free to stay here. This can be plenty of work in your navel center, the chakra called the Manipura. You might interlace the hands behind the head. You might lift the head and lift the heart. And then let's take it for a supported twist. Extend out through your right leg, twist the right elbow to the left knee, and then reverse that. 2 more. Twist to the left, twist to the right. Nice and slow, twist to the left. Breathing, twist to the right. Good, back to center, curl up, and then release. Back to center, arms up. Little action side to side. Very good. Back to center we go. Both knees in. Catch a hold of the left knee, switching out the grip, drawing the left knee in. And as it is appropriate for you, extend out through the right leg. With all the attention likely that's in your left hip, allow your attention to widen also down into that right leg. And flex the right foot and spread the right toes. And remember the long bones of the toes. Let the toes feel long. Let the finger bones feel long. The spine long. Breathe into a more expansive view of self. And then let's find that beautiful circular motion, this time into the left hip. Oh, opening in one direction. Breathe deep breaths down into the Manipura, down to the belly. Roll it in the opposite direction. Nice. You come back to center. Stretch. The left leg. Ankle circles. Breathing. Yes. In we go. Down and in with these practices of yoga. Is it working? Yep. All right. Bend the left knee. Sorry, right knee. Bend the left knee. Yes, both. Draw it in. Curl up. Round up. Maybe the forehead comes all the way down to the knee. Feel the hips nice and stable and square, so maybe that left hip reaches out a little bit deeper. And then melt the heart back down onto the earth. And let yourself feel grounded. I like to wobble a little bit right and left. Now let's deepen the opportunity to dive in deeper. Right foot down, left leg crosses over the right, wrapping to twist perhaps, or maybe a simple wrap, and then the bigger play is that the knees fall over to the right. Breathe down into the deep low back. Lengthen the tailbone down towards your heels. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Long spine, even though there's a beautiful twist going on. Heavy through the left shoulder. Receptive through the left hand. Kind through the eyes as they gaze over to the left. Let's find a breath that comes from the tip of the spine, up the back body, up and over the head, down through the center of your face, the chin, down through the throat, the front body, heart, belly, low belly, pelvis, tip of the tailbone in the front. Nice circular breaths here. We did some physical circles. Now I'll do a bit more pranic circles. Yes, nicely done. Back to center, yogis. Release both legs tall to the sky. Reach the arms up and give yourself a big shaggy dog. Shake, 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 shake. And then find your way to Shavasana. Straighten out your legs onto your mat. Arms float down along your sides. Sort of widen your heels, outer hip width apart. Arms in slightly. Palms turned to face up. Eyes softly closed. Beautiful inhale. Exhale out everything. See if there's a little bit more freedom. Your yoga is working. Stay here and rest and enjoy. I'm going to bring it up to a seat for purposes of our practice. And if you'd like to join me by coming up to a seat, perhaps continuing your Shavasana or meditation in a seat, or perhaps bringing the hands to the heart and closing your practice on the mat. Better prepared for a you that is more working with your heart center out there in life. Namaste. Aloha and lots and lots of love.